I'm Brett Osborne. I'm the safety officer for the National Society of Sons of the American Revolution Color Guard, and today we'll be covering several videos. The first is going to be about the safety inspection. And just to kind of give the reason that we're doing this, it's to standardize our drill as we're coming up to do 250th events with many other organizations. And we like to include as many things that are as accurate with the 18th century. One of those statements came about during that period, and it was that all officers will inspect their men to be sized, armed, and accoutered, and especially check to see their weapons are unloaded. There were so many accidents happening with militia that this is the reason they were doing it. That was Timothy Pickering, 1775, which did one of the manuals in that period. So to start with, the first thing, we always assume that all weapons are loaded until checked or verified, indoors or outdoors. So to start with, the first thing we would issue what's called a caution statement. You'd have your troops assembled or your color guardsmen, then you would give them a caution statement, which is take care. That means a warning order that they're to stop talking and pay attention. The next command is to bring them to attention. Shoulder firelocks. The next is to verify that there's no powder in a weapon, which that command will be secure firelocks. Then we do 2 taps on the barrel. The next command will be open pans. That's to ensure any powder that's in the pan will fall out. This command in the period was actually just done to keep the lock covered from inclement weather. Had nothing to do with checking whether there was powder in the barrel or not. But it is in all the manuals, a secure command, and we're using that today to verify there's no powder in the barrel, no powder in the pan. Then this is followed by shoulder firelock. The next command will be search firelock. The search firelock was not in many of the manuals, however, it was one that Pickering brought about. So this is to make sure you run the ramrod down the barrel to see if there's any obstructions in the barrel. Search firelock. Then the soldier or guardsman waits until given the command, return rammer. Notice the hand is not over the barrel opening. Then shoulder firelock. The third command, as part of the safety inspection, is poise firelock. This was not used in all the drills, but we did notice it's in the 1764 in the von Steuben and was ceremonial. And even Pickering didn't include this in his drill, but we do this to verify that the musket is in proper working order. So poise firelock. The barrel and musket is in front of the left eye. You should be looking at the palm of your hand, holding the musket with your right hand by the wrist. As the inspector comes by, he'll go to verify whether the weapon is on half cock, which that's not. That was on full cock. The other is to verify whether it has a flash guard and a hammer stall. The hammer stall was an 18th century item, not encountered very much in the American Army, but it was period. Notice there's no flint in my musket at this time, but they would check to see if you were in a firing detail, whether you had a flint that was secure at that time. Once the inspection is completed, you'll be told to go to shoulder firelock, and then order arms. One of the things that came about by doing safety inspections was a statement in the 18th century that officers should inspect all the troops that they're properly armed, accoutred, and that their weapons are unloaded. There were so many accidents with militia that this was an important step. This was actually written by Timothy Pickering in 1775. So after this, we'll go into a demonstration on the video of the safety inspection. Take care for safety inspection. Attention. Shoulder firelock. Secure firelocks. Open pans. Shoulder firelock. fire lock. Return rammers. Shoulder, fire lock. Hoys, fire lock. Shoulder, fire lock. Water on. Again, I'm Brett Osborne, the safety officer for the National Society Color Guard. I'd like to thank you for looking at these videos. I hope they've been informative. If you've got comments, suggestions, or remarks, please go to the National Society Color Guard webpage and contact us through that. I'd like to say, as from the former 1st Virginia Regiment, see you on the high ground. March to the sound of the guns.